I am Lakshman Singh Bhanath, lecturer in physics, working at Government Polytechnic, Medchal. In previous class, we have been discussed about the surface tension, and the explanation of a surface tension is based on the molecular theory, and also we have been discussed the angle of contact and the capillarity and example for capillarity. So we have been completed up to what is capillarity. So capillarity means what? The capillarity means it is the phenomenon in which the when a capillary tube is dipped in a liquid vertically, then the liquid is either increases or rises up or depressed below due to the surface tension. This phenomenon is called capillarity. This phenomenon is called capillarity. Yes. So in previous class we have been discussed about the definition of angle of contact, capillarity, and formula for surface tension based on the capillarity. So on completion of this period, we are able to understand viscosity and example of a capillarity. So what are the examples for capillarity? So that here the concave shape free surface of a liquid. So what is the concave shape means? The surface of a mirror at which very thick at edges and very thin at middle is called concave. The mirror of surface very thin at edges and very thick at a center is called a convex lens. So when the liquid, when the glass, pure solid glass, when a pure solid glass is dipped or immersed vertically in a liquid, then the surface of the liquid near the glass plate is rises up is rises up. This surface of a liquid is called convex shaped. This surface of a liquid is called convex shape. The surface of a liquid is a convex. If the glass plate is dipped or immersed vertically in a mercury, then the surface of a mercury is becomes to curved near the glass plate. That curve is called a concave shape. The shape of the curve is the concave shaped. That is a concave shaped. Means when the liquid, when the glass plate like a here, that glass plate is made up with a pure solid material. That solid is dipped in a liquid, then the liquid is rises up. That shape is called convex shape. So that here, due to the why does the liquid is rises up when the glass plate is dipped in a liquid means due to the cohesive forces, and why does the mercury surface is depressed below, and that shape of a mercury is becomes to concave when the glass plate is dipped inside it. Then this is this phenomenon is occurs due to the cohesive forces. This phenomenon is occurs is due to the cohesive force means the force of attraction between the between the molecules of a same substances. So mercury is a solid, like it is in the form of a liquid, but glass plate is also a solid. That's why the force of attraction between the glass plate or plastic rod into the mercury is a cohesive force. So due to the cohesive forces, the surface of a mercury is depressed below. due to the adhesive forces. Means when the glass plate is dipped or immersed vertically in a liquid, so that here due to the adhesive forces the surface of a liquid is rises up along the surface of a solid, then it is called cohesive forces. So due to the cohesive forces the surface of a liquid is depressed below and the shape of a liquid is convex, is concave. Due to the adhesive forces the surface of a liquid is rises up and that shape is becomes to convex shape, that shape is becomes to convex shape. And just just consider a glass rod or glass plate is dipped vertically in a liquid, then the surface of a liquid near the glass plate is becomes to curve, and along the curve we have draw a one tangent, then this and the tangent is made an angle with respect to the glass plate inside the liquid. That angle is called angle of contact, so the angle made by the tangent drawn at that point of a contact between the body like plate and liquid surface inside the liquid is called angle of contact, So the angle of contact is acute angle. When a pure solid or glass plate is dipped vertically in a liquid, then the per pure glass plate and liquid, the angle of contact is becomes to acute, means less than 90 degrees. Per per for pure glass plate and pure solid material like mercury is in the form of a liquid but it is a solid material. For or a sponge, we know that sponge also one of the solid material but it is the non-rigid body. So that here when a finger is compress the upper surface of a sponge, then what happens, that upper surface of a sponge is depressed below at which the finger is touches the sponge, then what happens, that surface is depressed below. So that here that angle, so along the tangent we have to draw a one, along the curve we have draw a one tangent, then the angle made by the tangent with glass plate inside the liquid is called angle of contact. That angle of contact is greater than 90 degrees. That's why that angle of contact is called obtuse angle. For pure form of a water or liquid, for pure form of a solid, the angle of contact is becomes to 0 degrees. Angle of contact is becomes to 0 degrees. So here, what is capillarity? What is, before explanation of a capillarity, what is capillary tube? What is capillary tube? Capillary tube, it is a fine bore tube. This fine bore tube is openable at both ends and clean and dry. So consider a fine bore tube which it is openable at both ends and clean and dry is called a capillary tube. When that capillary tube, for example, we just consider a one straw, the straw is also one straw by when we have to drink the coconut water or the cool drinks. So by using, we have to drink the cool drink by using straws. So that straw is also one of the capillary tube because of it is openable at both end and clean and dry it was. When that capillary tube is dipped vertically in a liquid, then the surface of a liquid, then the liquid inside the capillary tube is rises up. For example, a kerosene lamp. A kerosene lamp is containing, a kerosene is taken in a container or a bottle, and which it is provide a one wick, then wick can be absorb the kerosene from the bottle and give the continuous flame from top of the nap of a bottle. So here in this way a capillary tube is dipped in a water or liquid, then the liquid is inside the capillary tube is rises up through a certain height. Or just consider a glass rod or capillary tube is dipped in a sponge or mercury, then the sponge or mercury is depressed below. This phenomenon is occurs due to the cohesive force and adhesive forces. This cohesive force and adhesive force is part of a surface tension. So the phenomenon, the rises are depressed the liquid when a capillary tube is dipped vertically in a liquid due to the surface tension. This phenomenon is called capillarity or capillary action. So example for capillarity is, so the phenomenon in which the liquid rises or gets depressed in a capillary tube when the capillary tube is dipped vertically in a liquid due to the surface tension is called capillarity or capillary action. So here the main example for capillarity or capillary action are, so example for capillarity or capillary action are, so generally the rise of a soap, generally during the summer the human being wear a cotton cloth. This cotton cloth can having uneven number of pores. Every pore of the cloth is acted as a capillary tube, and due to the capillary action, the every pore of a cotton cloth can absorb the sweat from the skin. That's why during the summer we have to wear a cotton cloth. That cotton cloth can be remove the sweat from the skin. That's why it is a one due to this total phenomenon is occurs due to the surface tension or capillary action. Or the rises of a kerosene or oil in a wick, and it can be give the continuous flame from the stove. So the wick can be allow the kerosene from the stove to the top of a nab of the bottle, and it can be give the continuous flame due to the capillary action. The rise of a sharp in the tree and plants. So the water can be falls on the roots to the water at the bottom of a trees. Then automatically the root can be allow the water and gives and rises through the plants. And general phenomenon, the sponges can be remove the water from the floor. So this action will be taken from the capillary action. So the absorption of a ink in a blotting paper, the blotting paper like tissues. So the tissues also can having uneven number of pores. Every pore of the tissue can absorb the water or ink and can be remove the blotting paper. It is also one of the capillary action. The liquid wet the tube and rises up in it, wet the tube and it is depressed. The liquid does not allow inside the capillary tube because of it is made of with a solid like mercury. For example, generally the main important formula for capillary tube, this the liquid inside the capillary tube is rises up. So just consider a capillary tube is dipped in a liquid vertically, then the liquid inside the capillary tube is rises up through a certain height. So how much height it will be rises up inside the capillary tube means at that height generally the weight of a liquid inside the capillary tube, the weight of a liquid inside the capillary tube is balanced with a adhesive forces, balanced with a adhesive forces. So the liquid inside the capillary tube is rises up through a height of h. At that height the weight of a liquid is balanced with adhesive forces. So up to the weight of the liquid is balanced with a adhesive forces, that much of height only the liquid is rises up in a capillary tube. After that does not rises inside the capillary tube, does not rises inside the capillary tube. Now if the liquid is rises in the capillary tube is called a capillary rise. In this phenomenon is adhesive forces and greater than cohesive forces. Adhesive forces is greater than cohesive forces. Because of adhesive force means the force of attraction between the water and solid. So if the liquid is gets depressed in a capillary tube, it termed as a capillary depression. This capillary depression phenomenon occurs if the cohesive force is greater than adhesive forces. The capillary rise or capillary depression are due to the surface tension of a liquid. This total phenomenon occurs due to the surface tension only. The angle of contact is less than 90 degrees means the meniscus of a liquid in the capillary tube and the adhesive forces are greater than cohesive forces. The level of a liquid in a capillary tube above the free surface of a liquid in the vessel, and the liquid wets the inner surface of a capillary tube. And the silent features of a capillary depressions. So what are this is the capillary rises. So the capillary rises are, what are the features of the capillary rises means the angle of contact should be less than 90 degrees means the angle of contact is a acute angle. Already I told you that. The meniscus of a liquid in the capillary tube. What is meniscus? Meniscus means it is can form at the top of a liquid inside the capillary tube, which can be form a meniscus in the shape of a hemisphere. The structure of the hemisphere of a capillary tube liquid surface at top of a capillary tube is called meniscus. So in this instant, the adhesive force is greater than cohesive forces. So these are the features of a capillary rises. And what are the features of a capillary depressions? The angle of contact is always greater than 90 degrees, and the cohesive force is greater than adhesive forces, and the adhesive force is smaller than cohesive forces. Both are same. And meniscus of a liquid is a capillary tube in the convex shape. So already I told you that the shape of the surface of a liquid, and the liquid does not wet in the inner surface of the capillary tube. Now very important question this one. The main formula for surface tension based on a capillarity or capillary tube, capillary action. Just consider a glass tube with a very fine bore less than millimeter diameter. I am explaining here what is capillarity once again here. This is the capillarity. Just consider a glass tube with a very fine bore that's of diameter in the inner diameter is in a millimeter is called a capillary tube. The glass tube, the tube which it is made of with a glass or plastic and very fine clean bore tube and openable at both ends is called a capillary tube. That capillary tube is dipped vertically in a liquid. Then the surface of the liquid vertically into the liquid. The liquid immediately rises into the capillary tube. The same of the case with all other liquid whose angle of contact is less than 90 degrees. However, in the case of a mercury whose angle of contact is greater than 90 degrees, then the liquid is depressed below. This phenomenon is called capillarity. So, a capillary tube with a very fine bore and clean, dry and openable at both ends is called a capillary tube. When this capillary tube is dipped vertically in a liquid, immediately the liquid is rises up if the angle of contact is less than 90 degrees, or the liquid is depressed below if the angle of contact is greater than 90 degrees. So in the case of a glass rod and mercury, the surface of a mercury is depressed. In the case of a glass plate or plastic rod with a liquid, the liquid is rises up. This phenomenon is called capillarity or capillary action. This capillary action is taken place due to the surface tension. So the phenomenon of rise or fall of a liquid in a capillary tube due to the surface tension when it is dipped vertically into a liquid is called capillarity. The phenomenon of rise or falls of a liquid in a capillary tube due to the surface tension when it is dipped vertically in a liquid is called capillarity or capillary action. So the formula for surface tension is the expression for surface tension based on the capillarity. When a capillary tube consider a capillary tube of a radius r is dipped in a liquid vertically, then the liquid inside the capillary tube is rises up through a certain height of h. Then the liquid of density is d. Now in this instant, just consider a liquid of density d is taken in a container, and consider a capillary tube of radius r and length l is dipped vertically in a capillary tube with an angle of contact is 90 degree. Then for pure liquid and glass plate, the angle of contact is 0 degrees. So in this instant, we have to consider a capillary tube of radius r is dipped vertically in a liquid of density d with an angle of contact is 0 degrees. Then automatically what happens means, where r is the radius of a capillary tube, h is the height of the liquid, then the liquid is rises up inside the capillary tube through a height of h. Then the formula for surface tension based on the capillary tube is T. Then that T is equal to RdZ into H plus R by 3 whole divided by 2 cos theta where R is the radius of a capillary tube, H is the height of the liquid is rises up inside the capillary tube from surface of a liquid or surface of a liquid in the beaker, and T is the surface tension and D is the density of a liquid which it is measured 1 gram per cc, and theta is the angle of contact, D is the density I already told you, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. So the surface tension T is given by the formula capital T is equal to RdZ into H plus R by 3. H plus R by 3. H plus R by 3. Where R is the radius of a capillary tube, H is the height of the liquid, E is rises up inside the capillary tube, and T is the surface tension, and theta is the angle of contact, D is the density of a liquid, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. And if generally the radius of the capillary tube is very small, we have to consider a very narrow capillary tube. Narrow radius of a capillary tube means R is very small, but R by 3 is what happens means R is very small, then R by 3 is negligible. Then the equation is becomes to capital T is equal to H R H dz into R, H dz into R whole divided by 2 cos theta, whole divided by 2 cos theta. T is the surface tension of a liquid, R is the radius of a capillary tube, H is the height of the liquid which it is rises up inside the capillary tube from the surface of a liquid in a beaker, and theta is the angle of a contact. Theta is the angle of a contact. For pure water and pure solid, the angle of contact is becomes to 0 degrees. That's why the equation is becomes to T is equal to H R D Z whole divided by 2, because of here angle of contact is 0 degrees and cos 0 is equal to 1. Then equation is becomes to capital T is equal to H R D Z divided by 2 cos theta. HR dz divided by 2 cos theta. And for narrow tube R by 3 is very small, then R is very small, then R by 3 is negligible compared to height of a liquid inside the capillary tube. And for pure water and the angle of contact is 0 degrees, then cos 0 is equal to 1. Then equation it becomes to capital T is equal to HR dz all divided by 2. This is the formula for surface tension based on the capillarity. Using this formula, the surface tension T is calculated. The effect of impurities. What are the effect of the impurity means? The surface tension of a liquid is lowered by presence of a impurity. So overall, over small range of temperature, the surface tension of a liquid is decreases with the rise of the temperature. The surface tension of a liquid T is and temperature is small t is given by the relation is given by, so the relationship between the temperature and surface tension. So the surface tension capital T is equal to T naught, means at 0 degree centigrade T naught into 1 minus alpha T. So it is a relationship between the temperature and surface tension. So overall, a small range of the temperature, the surface tension of a liquid is decreased with a rise of temperature. If the temperature is increases, the surface tension of a liquid is decreases. That equation is given by capital T is equal to T naught into 1 minus alpha T, where capital T is the surface tension, small t is the change in temperature, change in surface tension by change in temperature, where small t naught is the surface tension of a liquid at the 0 degree centigrade, and alpha is the coefficient of a surface tension, and the surface tension of any liquid is becomes to 0 at a critical temperature. So by increasing temperature, the surface tension value is decreases gradually. At a particular temperature, the surface tension of the liquid is becomes to 0. That temperature is called critical temperature. It's called a critical temperature. Now, in this class, we have been discussed about the angle of contact, capillarity, and the formula for surface tension based on the capillarity. So we have learned the following angle of contact. Angle of contact means it is the angle made by the tangent drawn along the surface of a liquid with a glass plate or solid material inside the liquid is called angle of contact. Is called angle of contact. So what is capillarity? So when the angle of contact is becomes to acute angle, when the angle of contact is becomes to obtuse angle, means in the case of a pure solid or glass material is dipped in a liquid, then what happens means due to the adhesive forces the angle of contact is becomes to acute angle. For pure glass plate and mercury, when the glass plate is dipped in a mercury, then the angle of contact is becomes to obtuse angle. Angle of contact is becomes to obtuse angle. What is surface tension? What is the capillarity? Capillarity means it is a phenomenon in which the rises or falls down the liquid inside the capillary tube due to the surface tension. When it is dipped vertically in a liquid is called capillarity or capillary action. The formula for surface tension based on the capillarity means it is capital T is equal to RDZ into H plus R by 3 whole divided by 2 cos theta, but R is very small compared to height, then R by 3 is negligible. That's why the equation is becomes to, and for pure water and pure solid the angle of contact is becomes to 0 degrees, then cos 0 is equal to 1, then the equation is becomes to T is equal to HRDZ divided by 2. This is the formula for surface tension based on capillarity, and the surface tension value is decreases gradually by increasing temperature. At particular temperature the surface tension is becomes to 0. That temperature is called critical temperature. Is called critical temperature of a surface tension. So this is the uh, topic today we have been discussed, and in this class if the glass plate is dipped vertically in a vessel, then the water vessel of a water, then the angle of contact is can be less than 0, less than 90 or greater than 90 or equal to 90. So in the case of a pure glass plate is dipped vertically in a water, then the angle of contact is becomes to acute angle, means less than 90 degrees. That's why option A is a correct option. A is a correct option. If a glass plate is dipped vertically in a vessel of mercury, in the glass plate is dipped vertically in a vessel of mercury, in the angle of, then the angle of contact is becomes to what happens means for pure glass plate and pure mercury is a solid, but it is in the form of a liquid. That's why when a glass plate is dipped in a vertically in a mercury, then the surface of the mercury is depressed below, then the angle of contact is becomes to obtuse angle, means it is greater than 90 degrees. That's why option B is a correct option. Option B is a correct option. The capillarity is due to the only surface tension, not a conductivity, elasticity and viscosity. So the surface tension, the capillarity, the capillary action is occurs due to the phenomenon of a surface tension. Then capillarity is due to the cohesive forces and adhesive forces, means the cohesive forces is less than adhesive forces, means the adhesive forces is greater than cohesive forces, then it will be happens. So the surface tension formula based on the capillarity is, that is RdZ H plus R by 3 into 2 divided by 2 cos theta. So in these total options the option A is correct. So that is RdZ into H plus R by 3 whole divided by 2 cos theta. It is the equation for surface tension based on capillary tube. Capillary tube. When H is very greater than to the R, then the surface tension formula based on capillary tube is HRdZ divided by 2 cos theta. HRD is divided by 2 cos theta. That's why option C is the correct option. So these are the assignment question for you. Tomorrow all of you did this question. So these are the frequently asked question. So these are the today's topic, and tomorrow class we have been discussed to. In next class we have been discussed to the in this properties of matter we have been discussed. So this is not for in your syllabus. Tomorrow we have discuss viscosity. Already you know that what is the viscosity. Yeah, tomorrow class we have been discussed about the viscosity. So what is viscosity means, generally the water, the in the fluid, according to the fluid mechanics, the water may be flow into two types, floating of the depend on to the property of a floating of water, the fluid may be flow in different types, like two types, like one is the laminar flow or streamline flow, another flow is the turbulent flow. So what are the property of the turbulent flow, what are the property of the streamline flow means, when the properties of a fluid are two types, one is the laminar flow and a streamline flow. There are the two type of flows, laminar flow and a streamline flow. If the flow is flowing with a steady state and irrotational and non-viscous, is called a laminar flow or streamline flow. The property of the streamline flows are, the fluid may be flow with a steady state and irrotational and non-viscous, is called and inelastic is called streamline flow or laminar flow. Streamline flow or laminar flow. If the flow may be flows in steady state, in steady state means and in steady state rotational and viscous is, and inelastic flows is called turbulent flow. So what is the steady state flow means, the fluid which of velocity is remains constant at any point during its flows is called steady state flow, and if the velocity is a different at a different position are called steady state flows. So when a liquid is flows, each layer exert a forces of dragging its neighboring layer is called viscous flow, and the flow which it is flowing, in the case of a flowing, the linear momentum, the angular momentum of a flow is present, then the type of flows are called rotational flow, and if the net angular momentum is zero is called irrotational flow. Irrotational flow means in the flow which of net angular momentum is equal to zero is called irrotational flow. If the angular momentum is not equal to zero is called rotational flow. In the case of a, why does the how does the how the flow can be flows irrotational or rotational? So due to the viscous force offered between the, generally the fluid may be flow in different kind of layers. So the upper layer is flows with a higher velocity compared to lower layer. So by decreasing depth of the flow, the velocity of the layer is gradually decreases and becomes to zero at depthest places, at a depthest place. So that here generally viscosity is one of the property of the fluid of a fluids and liquids. Viscosity is the molecular phenomenon. So the viscosity of the fluid is occurs due to the molecular phenomenon, and viscosity is also called internal friction of the fluid and liquid and gases. So the viscosity is occurs in a liquids and is present in a liquid and gases. So viscosity is also called internal friction and opposite forces of a fluid or liquids, fluid or liquid and also gases. A fluid is flows under the pressure differences, and liquid can be supposed in to take place in the form of a layer. So the fluid may be flows in different kind of a layers, and every layer of the fluid is every layer of the fluid of velocity is different for different layers. By decreasing height, increasing depth, the velocity of the fluid is gradually decreases. And also here the lower layer can be apply the external force and push up the upper layer, but the upper layer can be rotated in a clockwise direction. That's why the upper layer can be apply the frictional force onto the lower layer, and that's why the upper layer can be destroy the velocity of a lower layer. But the lower layer is also rotate in clockwise direction, but the lower layer can be apply the external force on the upper layer, and the lower layer is causes to and apply to the external force on the upper layer. That's why the velocity of the upper layer is gradually increases. So why that's why the upper layer can be destroy the lower layer of velocity, and the upper layer can be apply the internal frictional force onto the lower layer. This frictional force of this internal frictional force in a liquid is called viscosity. So viscosity means it is the opposite force can be applied between the two different layer of a uh, flows, layer of a fluid and liquid is called viscosity. So in next class we have discussed how the viscosity is occurs and explanation of a viscosity and a Newton force of a viscosity and the coefficient of viscosity. In next class we have been discussed, we will discuss in next class. Thank you one and all.